Hey, PB. Y'all got monster trubs?
I have nothing to live for anymore. Adventure Time Distance Lands has dropped on HBO Max about a week ago, and I wanted to do a video on my quick thoughts of it. Now, the first Adventure Time Distance Lands I didn't really like. It was alright, I guess. My main problem with it is that BMO isn't really an interesting enough character for me to be invested into the whole 45 minutes of the episode. And ultimately, I didn't really care what would happen to these characters throughout the episode. There was a little section where BMO died, and that was the most confused I ever was. I knew I was supposed to be sad, but I wasn't. Maybe it's because I'm a terrible human being that hasn't experienced love. Or I don't know, it could have just been bad writing. And because the first option requires me going to therapy and through years of emotional healing, I'll just go with bad writing. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the first Adventure Time Distance Lands, mainly because of BMO. Just so y'all know, I am a fan of BMO. I just don't think that he could have carried the 45-minute episode. There is also side characters. I don't remember their names at all. Like how no one remembers me in the grand scheme of things. Or how no one remembered that it was my birthday last week. I wonder if I killed myself, would they remember to come to my funeral? What did I think of this newest Adventure Time Distance Lands episode? Well, first off, it fixed my main gripe with the first Adventure Time Distance Lands episode. It had more interesting characters. This special focused on 3 characters: Princess Bubblegum, Marceline, and Glass Boy, with the main character being Marceline. I was already way more excited to see where this episode was gonna go based off the characters. Also, I wanted to see where they were gonna take Marceline and Princess Bubblegum's relationship. That must be nice. To have love and affection. However, their relationship seems to take a back seat, and the episode really focuses on Marceline's past. The premise of the show is that the Glass Kingdom is under attack by a monster named Larvo, and this leads into Glass Boy getting the attention of Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. During this conflict, we get to learn a lot about Marceline's past, which is the highlight of the special for me. Oh, and by the way, spoilers, I guess. If you already clicked on this video, I'm doing a review, so matter of fact, I hope you get spoiled. You're being stupid right now. We go more in depth on Marceline's past and how that affects her nowadays. The best part of this flashback is the relationship between Marceline and her mom. We see how they interact. We also see an interaction between them and 2 wolves, which I found pretty sad. But the saddest part of these flashbacks, and maybe even the whole special, is the death of Marceline's mom. Throughout these series of flashbacks, we see that Marceline's mom is really sick. This ultimately leads to Marceline's mom sacrificing herself, telling Marceline to go on and dying by herself. However, Marceline still thinks that her mom has abandoned her. Fast forward years later, and Marceline is in the same area she grew up in. This eventually leads Marceline into finding a tape recorded message of her mom telling her what actually happened. And all of the stress that Marceline had over the situation is pretty much gone. Like I said before, this is the highlight of the episode for me. Mainly because Marceline is one of my favorite Adventure Time characters, probably behind Ice King. And I love when we dive into the past of these Adventure Time characters. But on to the new characters introduced in this special. We have Glass Boy. And me personally, I really found Glass Boy entertaining. He had a little storyline of his own with his crack being singled out by the whole entire kingdom. To be honest, I found the ending of his arc kinda rushed. However, it's not a big gripe with me because it wasn't the main focus of the special, And to be honest, it wasn't even a main focus of Glass Boy as a whole. The highlight of this character for me is his comedic value that he brought to the special. And for me, he really just brought a smile to my face every time he was on the screen. Well, minus the crippling depression. Overall, I really believe that this is a step forward for Adventure Time Distance Lands. I really didn't think that the first episode was anything special, but this one I really enjoyed. If I had to give it a score, I would give it an 8 out of 10. And there you go, guys. There's my thoughts on Adventure Time Obsidian. Also, if you didn't notice, this video was done a little differently with a new mascot, I would say, for my channel. I actually really like this mascot, but I want to see what your guys' opinion is on it. So in the comments below, tell me what you think of it. I think the notebook theme, making the character not written so well, is kind of clever on my part. I don't know, I thought it was a cool idea, and I actually really liked how this video turned out. So also, I'm doing a Q&A special. So if you want to ask me any questions about myself, go into the community tab on my YouTube channel and type in the question that you want me to answer. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and bye.